welcome to head coach Jeremy Pruitt's Monday press conference. Coach will start us off with a quick opening statement. Please raise your hands for questions.
You know, it's our guys are excited to get back into game week. You know, they should be fresh. I know I definitely am. Had a good weekend. So when you look at Missouri, a team that is 5-1 at home. You know, they lost this past weekend, but the game was really close against Florida. A couple of things didn't go their way down the stretch. Team that's really kind of dominated this series, you know, in the past. So, you know, it's an opportunity for our guys to go on the road and play a good football team that's very well coached. When you look at them, especially on the defensive side of the ball, you know, hadn't give up hardly any points. Very good against the pass. Create negative plays, have playmakers, have always had a history of having really good pass rushers. You know, offensively, like a lot of teams in this league, they have had to bounce around a couple of quarterbacks because of injury. You know, I'm very familiar with Kelly Bryant, coached against him when he was at Clemson. Guy's extremely athletic, can extend plays. You know, has a big arm. You know, when you look at Missouri offensively, you know, they're really big and strong and physical up front. To me, they have two very unique tight ends that can present a lot of issues. They have multiple guys they play at the running back position. They're all plenty capable, and they have playmakers on the outside. You look at in the kicking game. You know, they do a really nice job in punt return. You know, they present you a lot of different problems on their punt team, their kickoff cover team. Their kicker kicks it into the stadium every time. So, you know, there's lots of issues there. We got a huge challenge for us. We got to find a way to continue to improve as a football team. And I've said this a bunch of times. We have yet to play our best game. We've yet, to me, in my opinion, played a complete game. So we have lots of things as a staff, as individual players, as a team. We have a lot to prove. It's a great opportunity to do it.
Austin, then David and Steve.
Jeremy, is it as simple as just they had the injuries at quarterback and kind of the struggle they've had offensively the last few weeks? And how do are there any differences in Kelly Bryant at Missouri versus when he played at Clemson?
No, I think you know, when you change quarterbacks, it definitely presents some issues. You know, and there's very few teams that have multiple quarterbacks that can come in there and run the offense. I'm sure even the guys that are capable, it's different. So we went through that a little bit ourselves. So you know, probably turning the football over has had something to do with it. Creating explosive plays in the throw game. You know, but if you look at, you know, what he's doing now at Missouri compared to what he was doing at Clemson, it's a little bit different offenses, but you can see that Missouri's done some things to kind of cater to the things that he does best.
David and Steve.
Jerry, how would you describe what Nigel has done this season, and how does that compare to plays to what he did last year?
Excuse me. Nigel has, you know, continued to work hard every day at practice. You know, he's been a really good leader for us. He's improved tremendously from last year to this year, and he continues to get better. He's playing his best football right now. You know, he's kind of turning into kind of a complete player, whether it's playing the ball, playing man-to-man, tackling in space. He has improved and continues to improve in all those areas. So, you know, like everybody else, he wants to play his best game this next week. So he's going to work hard to do it this week.
Stephen and Lenny.
Daniel Pruitt is on pace to lead the team in tackles for a third straight year. What has he kind of meant to this defense, and how much of a difference has he made to the defense since he's gotten healthy again?
Well, obviously he's one of our better players. So when you have one of your better players not playing, there's a drop-off. He's a guy that, to me, has worked extremely hard to kind of learn the ins and outs of what we're trying to do on the defensive side of the ball. He's an instinctive guy. He's a tough guy. He works hard at it to be a good player. So we're glad he's back, and I'm glad to see that he's having the success that he's having.
Blake and then Brent.
Jeremy, when you face players that maybe you went up against when you were coaching in Alabama, how much can you use that experience in the past of having gone against them, or is that not something you can really use because it's different teams?
No, I think you always have to take in the whole body of work. I think it's an advantage playing against somebody. For us, at least, we've prepared against them before and probably have a good idea of their skill set. The offenses are different, but they are some things that they do similar. So, you probably would draw on some of the past to kind of help create a plan.
Brent and then Patrick.
A couple things. One, without going down the laundry list, do you feel comfortable that this team's going to be healthy with Darnell and some of those guys with the open date? Two, you mentioned you're refreshed. What do you need to see out of your team this afternoon to know that they're back and have the juice that you're looking for?
Well, I saw them last night, so I think the guys are excited about getting going today. It's the clock's ticking, right, on 2019 team. I've said all along that this group of guys enjoy being around each other. We enjoy being around them. And we still as a team have a lot to prove, and our guys are looking forward to have the opportunity to try to be at our best on Saturday. Injuries, we're probably as healthy as we've been in a long time.
Patrick.
Jeremy, just in general, it seems to me like at the end of the first half, you like to be aggressive and go and try and score in situations where some other coaches might just take a knee or run a draw or something like that. Why do you like to be that aggressive, and how important do you think the middle 8 minutes of a game are?
Well, I feel like in the last 5 games we've improved in the middle 8. It probably cost us a chance to win some football games early in the season, whether it was not capitalizing on touchdowns or turning the football over, or letting somebody score right at the end of the half. So we've tried to focus on improving there. What was the other question? You got me on the middle 8.
Just why you like to be aggressive at the end of the first half on offense. You're probably not supposed to do that, so again, lots of things that I do, I know what you're supposed to do, but sometimes, you just take a chance. So sometimes it might work out, sometimes it might not.
Eric and then Jesse.
Jeremy, you mentioned Bailey Buchanan was going to meet with some doctors a couple of weeks ago. How did that go, and what's his outlook for the rest of the season, maybe moving forward?
Well, he's not going to play the rest of the year, so he'll continue to work on his rehab, and hopefully we'll get him back soon.
Jesse and then Wes.
Is there any change with Jarrett's hand? Is he able to kind of do a little bit more now that he's had a week of not really having to practice as much? And how are you guys kind of approaching the quarterback spot with those 3 guys heading into this Missouri game?
Well, he's been able to do everything, probably except clap his hand to take the snap. He, we probably cut down on a lot of reps to eliminate the contact there, so it would reduce the swelling, so it would have a better opportunity on Saturday. So he can do everything. We'll see these guys out here today, and the way we practice, they all kind of get the same amount of reps. And we'll see, and as the week goes, we'll narrow it down a little bit and probably focus on 2 guys.
Wes.
Jeremy, when you look at, you've said that several times that you think this team's not played its most complete game, or a full game to this point. Do you think that the players understand that, or do you run the risk of with a team that hasn't won much, say won 4 times in
Well, if they think that, then they're walking around with blinders on. I mean, and we've showed them, you know, lots of ways that we can improve offensively, defensively, and in special teams. So I'm pretty sure our guys understand that. That's one of the things that I feel like we've improved on as a football team is just self-awareness. Know your limitations, know your strengths, know where you're at and where you're not. And if you know those things, you can fix things.
Patrick?
Following up on Nigel, why do you think the light has come on more kind of this season? Can you kind of speak to the process of guys sort of getting it at certain times in their development?
Well, I didn't say the light came on. You did. I said he continues to improve. He does that because he works hard every day at practice. He's a very gifted athlete that has ball skills. He can play man-to-man. He can tackle in space. He has toughness. He has instincts, and he wants to be really good. He's taken to the coaching that he's received, and he's improved tremendously in the last 18 months, probably as much as any player that I've ever been around. And you really see him kind of hitting his stride, and hopefully he'll continue to work hard and he'll continue to improve.
Any other questions for Coach? All right. Thank you.